All set? Yep, all set.
Are you ready?
Kinda. You don't have Nadine tonight?
We're starting without her. She's out of town.
She's starting there.
You ready? Okay. All right, let's call to order City Lake Worth Beach Historic Resource Preservation Board, Wednesday, October 8th, 2025. Could I get a roll call, please?
Ed DeVoe,
Here.
Bob Dorinzo,
Here.
Ed LeBlanc,
Here.
Bert Datlin,
Here.
Elaine DeRisso,
Here.
Nadine Heights. You have a quorum.
Thank you. May we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, any additions, deletions, reordering?
No.
We're good?
Yes.
Okay. Approval of the minutes, please. Okay.
Did you want to say something?
You want us to approve all three meeting minutes?
No. No, I think.
Individually.
All right. So you have one. Okay, so we're going to approve the minutes, July 9, 2025 HRB regular meeting.
Proof.
You're good?
A
Okay.
second.
I got a first and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. July 16th, WMOTA minutes.
I just want to say that I want to congratulate the staff, as I imagine Sherry and everybody else, for the in-depth minutes that were provided to us for this meeting. There was a lot there and it was presented in a very, very concise way. So thank you for that.
I wanna, see, can we table that, table B, only because of it's not clear
Okay.
on
We'll come back to that when we're all done with everybody.
Okay,
All right. September 10th meeting, last month meeting. You good with that?
good with that?
Okay, could I get a motion, please?
Motion to approve?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All righty. Against, we're good. All right. Swearing in of staff and applicants.
If you plan to give testimony, please stand and raise your right hand. Okay. Do you swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? If so, say yes. Thank you.
Okay, we did have proof of publication. There is no withdrawals or postponements, correct?
We did have one withdrawal, one of your applications from last month. 714 South Palmway has requested to withdraw their application.
Right. Thank you.
That's that.
Okay, so withdrawn public hearing, any board disclosures? Okay, then let's get on to new business. Jan?
All right, let me share my screen real quick. Why am I not seeing mine on this one?
It's just settings. It's showing on the screen, it's just fine.
I have my notes.
I hit an exit. Escape.
I'm not sure.
Yes.
Still can't see it here though. All right. All right, new business item A is HRPB project number 25-001-00231. It's a consideration for a certificate of appropriateness to install wooden stairs over the existing front brick stairs. Excuse me, at the property located at 128 North Ocean Breeze. It's a contributing resource in the Old Wilson Historic District, and it's located in the MF20 zoning district. Here's a map showing the location. And these are the original blueprints from 1945. On the staff report, I said it was built in 1935. That was a typo. It was 1945. It was built in the wood frame, minimal traditional architectural style. The main character defining features are the semicircular brick staircase and the semicircular portico and the shingle roof. Here's current pictures of the structure. There have been little changes throughout the years. It remains pretty much the same. There were a couple of window changes in the front, and then there was a rear addition sometime in the 60s. These are the proposed staircase. They're proposing to add the wooden staircase over the existing brick staircase. These are other renderings showing the proposal, and then you can see here the site plan. Per the historic preservation design guidelines, character defining features are the integral part of the preservation. The semicircular brick steps are the primary visual focus of the front facade and are visually complement to the semicircular feature of the portico. In addition, these type of staircases are very rare for this architectural style, so covering it could lead to neglect or potential loss of this. Therefore, staff proposes to deny this request since it doesn't comply with the preservation design guidelines or the ordinance. These are the potential motions, and that is my presentation. We also have the applicant here if you have any further questions. Yes, sir. Sure. I'll go this way. All right, so this was the original blueprint. As you could see, the layout hasn't changed very much. This is the photo, and they are proposing to add I don't know if you could see my mouse here. Yeah, probably not. But the wooden staircase is what they're proposing to do. So they're gonna add it over the brick staircase and cover it. So when we look at the original, it was circular and with brick. Now they're changing it to wooden, a rectangular shape. The reason why with staff wouldn't think it's compatible because the portico is semicircular, and by changing it to this wooden staircase, it sort of breaks the symmetry that existed between the two features. And in addition, this is in the front. It's a contributing structure. It takes away from it. So that's why we're proposing denial.
So
Yes,
this house was built when,
1945,
and the original staircase was made out
circular.
of wood.
Nope, circular. Here it is, the original. As you can see on the blueprint on the right side, you can see that it was always semicircular.
It
I'm sorry?
was 1945, right?
Yes.
And you're telling me that building was made, the originals.
Yep, this is from
original
1945.
porch,
Yeah,
made out of concrete.
brick, yes,
Brick.
yes.
So that means, is the brick, what is the brick sitting on right now? Is it sitting on concrete or sitting on wood? I mean, I'm talking about the foundation itself. It's
Yeah, concrete.
1945, not see me.
That's the reason also that we don't want this to change. It's pretty unique for this time in architectural style. There are very little of these representation in the city. That's why we're saying that if they replace it or hide it, it takes away from it.
I understand that right now it's round, but they want to make it square.
Yes.
Right. So if they decide to go with just a wood veneer over the brick, would that be okay?
No, because it goes against the design guidelines, or it's changing the original look of the structure, which was semicircular. And then
I'm not saying
It's just you change the material.
I use the material. Now, don't change the dimension of it. Just follow what they have there now and use some other type of material over the brick. Would that be okay?
What they're requesting it is to make it bigger and more square.
I understand that.
it would still wouldn't
meet
meet,
common ground here.
it wouldn't still meet
Understand
the,
that. I understand that. I get it. If they kept it looking the way it is right now,
Mhm.
You mean
Shit.
round?
round, yes. Don't change the metric of it. But they put wood over the top of it.
I'm not sure if I'm following. Yeah.
They have to step down.
Right, I understand.
Okay, so
So if you change it with wood, it doesn't do anything.
he's suggesting, can you make it wooden, same shape, bigger?
What did you say, big?
Well, I'm interpreting that's what he meant.
Well, I didn't say
That-
bigger.
that-
I didn't say bigger, but okay, I'll go with bigger.
Yes, that's what I'm
I
saying.
didn't say big, but can they use a different type of material? Oh, thank you. Can they use a different type of material?
So it would still change the original material is the brick, which is the important, character defining feature of it, the brick staircase. So changing it to wood still won't comply to the design guidelines. That's where we're running into an issue. Yes. So by changing the material, you're changing the character defining features of a contributing structure, and it's located in the front facade.
I read something in the Florida State Guidelines about changing the front of a house.
I'm sorry?
We had this argument.
Could you speak into your mic, please, Mr. Ter?
We had this argument last week about the front of a home.
Yes.
And I read something in the Florida. I research things because I want to make sure we do the right thing.
Okay.
And the main thing is the citizens pay the taxes in this town. And I don't want to create hardships for them when there's something that can be done. I know it's difficult to change the front of a home, but it's not impossible.
And staff is willing to
And
work
that
with
is- that-
applicant.
I'm not saying it the vote state. I read that in the Florida State.
So
statute.
staff is willing to work, maybe like creating a ramp somewhere that doesn't affect the circular staircase. So that is something that we're open to, as long as it meets the zoning requirements. We're okay with that. It's just that encasing it with a wooden staircase or changing the material of it is where it doesn't meet the design guidelines. And if it doesn't meet,
Bigger one that looks just like that
It's possible
in brick
in brick
and round,
and round.
so that you address the issue of a wider doorway to open this. Is that an option?
so it would change the proportions if we do that. That's another issue that we keep running into.
Once it
conceptually at the same. I think we gotta hear from the applicant.
Sure.
I was waiting for you.
Okay, well,
Where the-
yes, thank you. Before we hear from the applicant, and I do want to hear from the applicant. My understanding is, as the chair said, is that the issue is that the door opens up and the owner has to step down in order to get into the building, which I assume has been there that way since 1945. So kind of my question was, why is it an issue now? B, my other question was, do we have, do you have access to the historic preservation design guidelines for the wood frame minimal traditional architectural style? So maybe we can make some suggestions in terms of what would be historically appropriate?
Sure, I'll try to pull it up. Just give me 1 second, please. To go online to the city website.
And I was actually going to also say what
Back in here.
was suggested about maybe doing something still brick, but enabling the person to not have to step down and then step back up again, maybe redoing it in the brick.
Right.
So that seems to be something that we could suggest.
I don't think we can.
My big question is why is this an issue now? That's really what my big question is.
Also, the size of the staircase can be over 30 inches. Once it goes over 30 inches, it becomes a structure and it will meet setback. The setback is at 20 feet, so now becomes a zoning issue as well. So
Sure.
we have to also look at that aspect.
Well, I'm also I'm thinking that the staircase should be lower if the goal is for the owner to be able to step into the house, that maybe the staircase is actually lower, but I'm not an architect.
Yeah.
Lower, I mean, you're still starting off from the same. Yeah. Out, and they go down one step, but they still have to pay. And it looks like over that.
Isn't it possible to still meet that criteria in Florida State guidelines? That's improvement in front of a building.
Well, he's pulling up this now, so let's take a look at what he's pulling up and we can take a look at that.
Did I pass it?
Too fast.
Here it is, minimal tradition.
Okay,
So here are the character defining features for the style. Typically, these are what you see here. They're not semicircular, like vertical, like it's shown in our case. They're usually tend to look like this.
Typically, the front, those little.
Yep.
It's not really
It's-
a feature, it's a kind of.
But it's unique to this structure. So yeah.
But it's not impossible.
mm-hmm. All right, so here we go. So
This is masonry. Typically the wood frame, this is what it will look like.
two steps in, but I mean, it's hard to say what the
And this-
material is, but
Yeah, and also the stoop tend to be smaller. They're not very big, as you can see here. So that was also typical the way they built them. So
Mhm.
they never had like the big staircases that you typically see in modern homes. Yeah, it's not a porch, exactly.
and so it says under number 6, porches were integral to the house under the main roof or an extension of the main roof. Often wood columns with bases and
Yeah.
capitals, so.
And I think more often than not, you see a house like that, it's cast in place concrete.
Mhm.
The floor
Hmm.
on the porch and the steps, you don't see brick too often.
Mhm.
All right, are we good?
I mean, I suppose, are there any more examples of?
These, let me see, maybe some more pictures.
The trees in front are unhelpful.
See, there's another one, a brick one right here. Again, as you can see, like they're smaller staircases.
Oh, well, there's 2 steps there.
Yeah,
so
there's 2 steps. Yep. There's another one here on the left
I'm
side.
wondering if that could be
There's another one here.
remodeled to have 2 steps and then step into the house.
I'm sorry.
With the brick. With the grade.
I think this
Yeah,
is not,
with
I
the
don't
brick.
think so. Which one? Oh, this one, yeah, it looks semicircular. Yeah, yeah,
That's similar, yeah.
yeah.
Step into the house. You think it's style?
It's like terracotta.
Yeah.
Okay, but still it's step into the house.
No, we can talk after the.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would like to hear from the applicant in terms
Sure.
of why this is an issue after 80 years.
Sure.
Please, Mr. Chair.
Could the applicant please come up? State your name and address, please.
Deborah Yates, 128 North Ocean Breeze.
Hello.
It's in my face.
This is where, here?
Okay,
Oh, I see this.
I'm not trying.
Oh,
to
I see, I see, I
change
see, I see,
the front
okay.
Porch, because I don't like the way it looks. And, when the house was built, the front door swung in. It's on the plans, the blueprints, I have them. So when my friend, it's not a problem for me because I know the problem. But when friends come over, they have to step down and they're older and I've had a few fall. But my main situation is that the rises are 9 inches tall because they're brick. And, I can't walk up and down them. I had an injury in 2023. I had femoral neuropathy in my left leg from a botched hip surgery, ruined my knee. So I have a temporary handrail, and I would like to. What I plan on doing is leaving exactly what's there and not damaging it at all. Because I designed, and it doesn't have to be that big. If you don't like it that wide, I'm not trying to do it to make it bigger and more substantial because I like the house the way it is. I'm not trying to sell it or anything like that. Um, it's the rise. You see, I have a PO box, and after my injury, I couldn't get up the steps or down the steps. I had to go the ramp. And the rises are 5 3/4 high, which is a nice, I can walk up those without an issue. But mine, which are 9 inches, which is not up to code, I have to do 1 step at a time. So that's my goal, and to make it just you know, a little bit larger, but the bottom of it, will just end. Can you show them the steps as they are now? Okay, so, that little piece at the bottom that comes out of the brick circle, it would come, the bottom part would come just right past that, enough to put a 2x in there as a form board, as a deck, with a step. And, so that's, if it, for meeting the setback guidelines, if it's as far back as that, wouldn't that be okay? I'm not gonna bring it out any further. That's why I use a stone as the first step, because that's not, it's just a stone. It's not attached to anything, and it's not a building thing. So, I mean, I design all of this stuff for a living, and I have to do that sometimes, use stones, because it would be not be in the setback. So I've thought about all of that, and I'm willing to change it any way you'd like it, as long as I can have another step. So that I can have them 5 3/4 instead of 9, which you couldn't do that today. And all the people that I plan on using these Simpson brackets. So it would be 1 screw with a washer, and it would only go into the concrete part in between the bricks. So if anybody wanted to remove it, they could remove it and it would be perfect.
You're saying that those steps are 9 inches high?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, they look like that.
They look pretty high. I mean,
That's a brick.
that's not code compliant, 9 inches. And so I kind of,
So staff is willing to also add mini steps in between. That way it doesn't necessarily have to change the overall look of it, but it can at least help, you know, the applicant be able to climb up the stairs by adding small ones that are removable. It really doesn't change much of it, and it retains the architectural look, the integrity.
I
But
can't picture what you're saying at all.
so imagine like having a little mini steps in between them. So instead of
Made out of what?
Wood.
it could be, yeah, it could be wood, it could be anything that could be removable.
then how wide are those? How wide are the?
They can make them
trays?
as wide as they want. It's
Well, if you added another step in between the existing ones, then
What's
you'd
the depth
only,
of the step?
the
if it's 12 inches, then you'd only have a 6-inch
Mhm.
tread, so that
Yeah.
would.
That's all, yeah, because they're only a brick and a half if you look at it.
Yeah.
Understanding.
Well, I mean, let me, this board is here to make a rule, make a ruling on is it feasible for her? Staff has already put on the case. We are supposed to make a ruling. If we deem that we feel that it's fit, that is a hardship or it's a code violation or whatever, we can make this ruling.
We know that, Ed.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so we're going back and forth, beating upon this lady. We're the ones supposed to say this is appropriate, okay. Instead of staff already put this case on, and we seem like we struggling to listen to staff's case. She has, in my construction opinion, a case of hardship. Because if this lady falls down and we deny her tonight and break her neck, we might be on the hook.
No.
Yes, we would.
We're not gonna be on the hook, Ed.
We might be on the hook, but we know better that she got to open her door, then she got to step down, and the flat one is not wide enough. And we're thinking about, well, you know, it's historical.
It is historical,
I know.
it's historic
I know it's
preservation.
historical.
And we're here to
preservation.
preserve
I know that.
what's there. That's the
But
main task of our
but-
board.
But we have some leniency. That's what I'm saying.
Then nobody said you didn't. You could say yes or no. That's basically what we're doing, or come up with some idea what you're trying to say.
What I'm trying to say is, I think she has a hardship. We should move forward and approve it, but let her build the steps so she don't,
Okay, that's your opinion. That's good.
as you said, because it's a hardship. She can't even open the door without stepping down.
We believe you.
No, we believe you. We're very, very sorry about that. Good evening. Question for you. When was the stone added? The extra kind of, because it says 3 steps, but now it's actually 4 steps, and now I understand that that's a stone that was added at some point. When was that added, please? Oh, you've owned the property since 2016 and the stone was added then? Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, can you, if we can find a way so you could extend it a little bit out and alleviate your problems and make it just one step down, or look, from the door to the door to the bottom, how many feet is that? 9 inches or 12 inches, 16 inches?
27 inches, if it's 9 and it's 3 7.
It's 21, right?
It's 9 and it's 3
Nine.
of
The
them.
9, 27. Okay, 27.
Do you have-
There it is. There's a nice picture. Oh my God, that was perfect.
Oh, and she's even got the dimension.
Look at
marks
that.
there. Yeah, 9-inch rise. Even it looks like 9 inches in that picture.
Yeah.
That's
Shows
a
the
big
door being
step.
And if you add another step, you're not gonna have,
You have to do a lot of,
Another step isn't gonna
Do
do
some
it, 'cause
tricky
each of the
stuff.
steps is 9 inches.
Right.
Right.
each one would have to be
Correct.
modified.
But if she extend out a little bit,
And add one.
if she extend out a little bit, she can eliminate one step, can she?
Out
Maybe.
to the-
I have to go see it. I mean, I know it. I've seen it.
So it's the new one would go out to the edge of the second step,
Okay.
and then it would go down, and then it would go down. So you have more space for people to stand when they arrive. So they don't, because when people come, they don't know that you have to step down when I open the door.
Yeah.
Because that's really the thing. I'm okay with that.
I mean, I was
not okay
gonna
with the
say,
ride.
you could potentially get an in-swing door. It would
Yeah.
probably be expensive.
No, it's not legal.
There are some
I
in-swing
just-
doors that meet code.
I got my COA for the.
Mine swings in, it's permitted.
And I have all the windows indoors that come in 2023.
Yeah.
So
I think they have to go on the outside because of parking.
Typically they do, and most of the doors that people buy are out-swing doors, but there are in-swing doors on the market. If you could go to
And there they go.
Miami-Dade website and look through, which would.
I just got new doors that they approved. So.
Yeah, no, I am not saying that's the best option, but I'm just.
Couldn't you show the drawing? No, the drawing. There you go.
Yeah.
So this is. This.
Does the door hit the column when you open it? Does it hit the column?
It does.
Oh.
Yeah, you definitely need an in-swing door.
So I'm sorry, there's one door that swings out and one door that swings in?
I took this drawing from. the place.
Okay, so now you have a door that swings out. Okay.
That-
But I feel like even if you could change the door and have an in-swing door, you still have a problem with those huge risers and
Absolutely.
entering the house. It
Yeah,
doesn't,
because that's my.
people don't expect to step up 9-inch risers. It's not intuitive. People will trick, I think.
It's hard. I still can't do it. I have to hold on and step.
and you don't have any rails on. You don't have any rails, do you?
Yeah, there's a railing.
Temporary.
It's a temporary railing. Did that require a COA or was that something that, no?
No, it's a temporary.
I
And I know you know
It's
architecture.
actually, the railing, it's not attached to the column, it's zip tied.
Oh,
That's really temporary.
Well, I didn't want to hurt the column.
Yeah.
I will have you know, but a nice railing,
You might get a permanent railing.
a nice curved
Yeah,
steel.
that would be helpful.
I just, you know, I designed those things.
Okay.
I know you do too, and the look of this house, I've been by your house, I mean.
Oh, it's
so
beautiful.
Charming. With that round brick.
I love the round.
Yeah.
on the top.
Oh, it just matches that way.
Mhm.
I wish you could make a round deck.
Well, so the steps,
I would do the same thing, but not have it rectangular. I mean, I make curved decks.
maybe that's a
I curve
possibility,
decks
but
around trees.
is it, but were we saying that the bottom step, the edge of the bottom step is right at the property line? Is that one of the issues?
Right, the setback?
It's higher than
Oh,
3 feet,
setback,
yes.
right, of course.
then
No,
yeah, it
that's what I
becomes a
meant, the
structure.
setback.
So actually, the front of the building is at the setback
Yeah.
line, so
Yeah,
any of the stairs that go above 3 feet starts to count towards extending into a setback.
Which-
My top step is above 3 feet.
Sorry?
My top step that's there now is above 3 feet.
No, we're saying if we go higher than 3.
I'm
Yeah,
not
because
gonna-
right now you're at 27, 3 times 9, yeah, yeah,
There's
under your door,
or-
right.
Can she come out? Can she come out a little bit?
No, because it's gonna end up where that curved brick is, it's different from the others.
I mean, is what he's wanting to do okay with setback?
As long as it's under 3 feet, yes.
Yes,
What under?
the whole staircase.
The height of
Yeah.
the stairs.
It is.
Yes.
You're not trying to extend it. You just want to come around.
oh, the height has.
Height.
Oh, the height is under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about?
It's a moot point.
All right.
So
unless I missed something, I just want to see, did staff recommend an alternative solution to this deck?
You could definitely talk with the applicant and then come up with other solutions like a ramp or maybe seeing if there's any other ways to do it. But this is what we got and we took it we brought it here to the board, so we didn't have time to discuss that.
Are you willing to look at some alternatives besides the deck?
To the deck, gotta figure it out,
To what she showed.
yeah,
Ramp.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
right.
Would you be willing to do brick?
If I do brick, I have to tear out what's there.
Yeah.
No, I would, well,
I
I
don't
can't
like
make a
it.
motion, but
It'll look like, you know, it won't look the same.
It's not gonna look the same.
Well, but it's gonna be there.
Yeah, I understand.
And, anybody who, when I'm dead and gone, they can take it off, you know, but that's what it looks.
Well, you could also come up with maybe a permanent solution that staff would think is
See, for a minute.
a little bit more.
Building it so that it doesn't damage what's underneath.
Well, I'm saying like maybe you could work with staff to negotiate a permanent solution that they feel is more appropriate, that's permanent.
I can make it curve.
Well, that might.
that's what I was going
something
with.
That they would.
You can extend the curves a little bit so you have more space when you open the door. You don't have to step down. You can step it.
Second step down.
Right.
The first step comes out to there. I mean,
Well, you have to rework each step to get a equal risers and then end up with 4 risers instead of 3 and then you will have a nice easy stair.
the bottom one is 9 inches.
She has the rock.
But I have step, the stone,
Oh, I see, okay.
which is,
Can you go back to the house the way it looks now? Do you have a old front?
There was.
Okay,
you
make it bigger?
no,
Oh, does
it
it?
doesn't.
No,
It's landscaped beautifully.
well, yeah, I know. But I don't, I mean, would it look bad if that? I mean, the curve of the stairs doesn't match exactly the curve of the portico. Why couldn't you expand the whole stairs to be bigger?
Because you're encroaching into your setback.
No,
No, you're
that's
not.
what they said, it's the height. The issue
Wider.
with the setback was the height.
Height.
Yeah.
If it's under
All
3
right.
feet,
Okay.
they're
Can
okay.
you make it like, and drop, say, made out of bricks, but a normal brick, a normal step size. So that looks very similar, but it's more functional and safer.
That what I was opposed, that was us
Is that what you're trying to
supposing,
tell
yeah.
us?
No, I wasn't trying to. That was my scale with her first time I opened my mouth.
Okay.
That can be fixed if you start from the top. Out,
Oh,
Out a
I
little
see what
bit.
you're saying. You're bringing the
Out
top
a
one
little.
out?
yes,
Yeah.
so much.
So
that
staff-
to the bottom, you have this here perfect looking stair.
Staff is willing to compromise with that,
Yeah.
but as long as it's in wood instead of brick, I think we can
You know,
work with
but you
that.
have- you have-
Okay.
excuse me, you have to understand, they're not gonna give you the square. It must look round. You understand? Yes, thank you. Right, right.
The staff is willing to work with her on that.
Yeah.
So we're willing to work with her as long as it's made out of wood and not brick, because brick is more permanent, whereas with wood, it could be removed easily. Yes,
Yes.
that way it won't damage the original
You're
fabric.
preserving the original.
I'm not doing it the way that I'm telling you, but I'm gonna do it. Please, no stop. Oh, sure, no.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
We're ready for a motion, guys?
I just have, just to-
Okay, Laura, no
just-
problem.
Just to throw something out there. The back of the house, you have steps going into the back of the house. Yes?
Yeah.
Do we have a rear view of the house?
It's,
It's different now. Are you able to get in and out of the back of the house fairly easily? Is it a different kind of configuration? Is it something that we can?
yeah, but your company's gonna come in the front.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, is there some kind of a rendering of the back of the house that maybe could inform whatever staff is going to suggest in terms of a solution?
They're wrapped, you know, with the frame wood deck, mitered corners with nice bolts. You know.
So that's your vision for the front, is what you have in the back? Is that what I'm hearing? Okay.
Yeah.
Being in the back of the house, it's not seen from the front, which means, there's a lot more latitude what you could do in the back versus the front, but just a curiosity about what, something that could be borrowed in terms of a conceptualization.
So, hard. A lot. Anyway. I try to do the right thing. Because I appreciate it. I moved here because of the architecture, because it's historic, and I love having it. But I think I have a good point. And I've thought about it, I've tried to figure out, been almost 10 years, a way to make it work. And this is the best I've come up with, which will cover it, but leave it alone. Because the deck boards will do. This stuff is fit right under the column.
Essentially,
It's
look
not
at that,
a-
if it's not going to be conforming, so
So.
at this point, it's moot, my point.
Back to kind of reconfigure something that might be more appropriate, we would deny this. Back.
Oh, you did, yeah, right.
So you can approve that. I think that you can, craft a condition essentially for approval where, not to,
Just
give you
that.
justifications, but, essentially they're working with staff. I would recommend that, the board moves that the staircase is curved, It's ultimately a removable material, so wood or something similar. And that the reasons for approving it is that it is ultimately removable and therefore meets the staff analysis
You're
for
good.
approval.
Yeah, because I can't. You'll do it, Ed? All right. Turn your mic on.
And then we do have a couple of conditions of approval if you guys are interested. But
What is,
up to you.
So,
It's right on the screen.
yeah, the staircases can be higher than 30 inches. And then the applicant also proposed that once they leave or the property changes hand, that they will remove the wooden staircase or additions.
Which covers it.
Move to-
These aren't, they don't meet code.
does it meet code?
Currently meets code. Yes.
They-
Yeah.
But if she removes it, then she's gonna be putting something back to.
Right,
But it's historical and it's there.
it's okay, if it- okay.
That's okay if it's an existing condition.
Oh.
Move to approve.
That was mine.
Okay,
Yeah.
move to approve our HRBB project number 2500100231 for certificate of appropriateness with the conditions that it does not exceed 30 inches. That you use, made out of removable brick.
Material.
Removable brick material?
No, just any,
Any material, okay, strike it. And they is made out of a removable material. Yes, wood, whatever you're choosing. Anything else? And that is curved and round. Nice, you can, you can stop at the top, extend it out, work your way down to the
I don't
bottom.
understand the 30 inches when
The height.
height.
it's
It's
gonna be
under-
the same height that it
under-
is.
It's under, you're fine.
Note that you can't get.
It just has to be
The
stated.
height.
I'm gonna
Okay,
make it higher because then you won't be able
Okay.
to open it.
Right.
correct.
And then if you can just add that the reasoning is that it's ultimately removable. So
Like I said, the reason is that it can be removed at a later date if someone chooses.
About leaving the sides open so you can
Uh,
see the arch.
Finish the motion, please. I'm sorry. Got it.
we can talk about that, but that would be good.
Of the existing wooden brick staircase at 128 North Ocean Breeze. Based on staff recommendation. That's good?
You're good with that? Okay, we have a motion.
I'll second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We got a unanimous on that. Thank you.
Good luck to you. Thank you.
We wish you all the best.
Wish you all the best. Don't forget your railing,
Oh,
the safety.
no,
Okay.
I have it.
Good luck to you.
already in my mind.
Good luck. Good luck to you,
Public
man.
comment on when you want to make a public comment.
Mm. See, you got to wait for public comment now. You said the wrong thing. I would have had you. We're done, but if you want to say something, come on. Just do your name and address. That's her son. That's his son.
Oh, that's okay.
Yes,
No.
I'm the son of the applicant, and I've been a resident of Lake Worth Beach for 10 years. Lived at on 10th Avenue North near the church. Lived in the Bohemian on the 7th floor facing the incinerary. What do you call that? The incinerator for human remains.
Yeah.
And then
know.
also I have lived at
Cremation.
16th 3rd Avenue South, looking to purchase here eventually.
Did you say your name and address? I'm sorry.
I don't currently have an address because
Okay.
I'm not a homeowner.
All right.
So,
But you
I've
gotta say
lived
your name.
around- I've lived around.
But you do have a name, sir. We need your name.
Yes, I think I stated it at the
No.
beginning, but I'll state it once more. Benjamin, Benjamin, Burley, Burle,
Thank you.
Jungles, Jungles.
Thank you.
Okay.
So my questions mostly not to you all individuals at the front, but to historic preservation. What would their suggestion be if this was their parent and they were looking to safely enter their property.
Right. Well, we answered that
and-
now.
Well, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll leave it at that. But also the one question I did have was the historic properties I've noticed that are older age, deemed historic, have put in new fences. So picket fences, but the picket
Different thing.
fences were not wood.
Right.
So I would say what
That's a staff
constitutes
thing, though.
that to be okay and what's the term?
All right, Ben.
But anyway,
Appropriate.
unique to its environment. Anyway, that's all I would say. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you later, buddy.
Good night, thank you.
All right. They live up the street from me. I'm trying to be nice. Next, please.
Ann Hamilton presenting case number 25-00100229, which is consideration of a certificate of appropriateness for demolition of the existing garage structure and new construction of a garage structure of approximately 512 square feet at 509 North Palmway. So here's a quick reference of the location of this property and the current lot conditions. The subject structure is the circled structure labeled shed, as you can see there on the survey. And here's an aerial of the property. And a picture of the front primary structure. No changes are being proposed to the primary structure. This is just to demolish and reconstruct a garage.
How are the decks? They're good.
I am not aware if they have any decks. So as you can see here, the existing garage structure is in pretty bad condition. It was built at about the same time as the main structure in 1938, but clearly has not received maintenance over time. The roof is sagging. The pictures kind of speak for themselves. So here's the proposed site plan. The proposed garage is in roughly the same location as the existing garage. It just meets today's setbacks, so it's shifted a little bit from the side property line and the rear property line as opposed to where the garage is currently. So here's the front elevation. As you can see, it looks like a pretty standard garage. It would feature smooth stucco simulated siding and corner boards. It looks similar to the existing garage, but doesn't exactly replicate it. So here are the side elevations and the rear elevation. One condition that wasn't in your staff report that was added today, the garage door in the back, the applicant shouldn't have a garage door there because they don't have the minimum back out distance into the alley. So one of the conditions is that they do need to eliminate that rear garage door. So here's the proposed floor plan. It's a garage, so not much to see as far as a floor plan. It is listed as a contributing structure in the original survey of the district, although it does show up on the survey as a non-contributing structure. So to be safe, let's treat it as a contributing structure. A structural engineer has determined it to be beyond structural repair and recommends demolition. The city's building official has declared it unsafe and recommended demolition of the structure. As you can see, again, it's in very rough condition. So as you can see in your staff report, the new garage is in keeping with the original style of the garage, the frame vernacular style of the main house, and fairly successfully replicates the functionality of the existing garage, as well as the height and massing and wall finish. It does meet all zoning, and we are recommending approval of both the proposed demolition and the new garage structure with conditions, which are drafted below. Thank you.
Yeah, got a question. So the front elevation of the garage is facing Palmway.
Correct.
Rear structure, garage door facing Palmway, drive goes, okay.
Which is how it's oriented now.
No, I understand that. I was just
Yeah.
asking. Yeah.
Back out of, I mean, if there's some reason why they wanna have an open.
Theoretically, yes, as long as they don't have, I think I would have an issue if it, say, had paving where they could access the alley at that point. But sure, they could have a garage door and no paving leading up to it.
I mean, because a lot of your garages on those blocks open to the alley.
Yeah.
That's how they were built. All right, any questions for staff? Because I can't wait to hear from the app. All right, applicant, if you'd like to come up, please. Name and address, please.
Kathy Beltran, 509 North Palm Way.
Tom Vizzo, I'm just here with her.
You just hanging out.
He's hanging out
All
with
right,
me.
we're good. All right.
I guess my question is in regards to the back garage door. We currently have how it is right now is it's not it's a door that because it's backing into the alleyway could be used as an exit and entrance into the structure itself. So if I'm understanding this correctly, it's something that we can do, but we just can't have any kind of driveway or pavement from the alley to the structure itself. Is that, am I understanding?
That's
that
what I
correctly?
got.
So to have a parking space that's accessed from an alley, the code requires you to have a 10-foot back out in addition to the 10 feet of the alley. And as you've drawn it here, you only have 5 feet, which is the 5-foot rear setback. So, you know, unless the building were to be shifted, you couldn't put a parking space there and you couldn't access the alley that way.
But it would be possible to have a garage door there. We just couldn't have any kind of pavement from the alley to the door itself, correct?
Yeah.
Like if they were a cabinet maker and he was wanted to open the back of his building because.
Yes.
Okay.
Could use it for a lawnmower.
Yeah, the golf cart,
bicycle,
whatever. All right.
Stuff like that.
That sounds good to me. I don't know. I can't make a motion, so I'm just going on with you. What do you think, Ed? You're okay with it all?
Motion?
Well, we can make a motion to leave it just the way they wanted it then, couldn't we?
You can. I would probably at least add a condition.
Don't pull your car out.
Yeah, that it's not used for parking.
Yeah. And then nice house, by the way.
That was yours.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna give it a whirl here. I move to approve HRPB project number 25-001-00229. The staff recommended conditions for certificate of appropriateness for demolition of the existing accessory structure, garage structure, and construction of a new accessory garage structure at 509 North Palm Way, based on the competent substantial evidence in the staff report and pursuant to the City of Lake Worth Beach land development regulations and historic preservation requirements, with the addition of the condition regarding the door, which will allow the door, but with the understanding that it can't be used for vehicular access. Is that?
And no driveway.
No driveway.
Got a motion?
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Look at that. All good. Unanimous.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving right along. We're running right along. All right.
Okay, next up. HRBB project number 25-127-00001, which is consideration of certificate of appropriateness for ad valorem pre-construction tax exemption associated with construction of a previously approved new 942 square foot 2-story 2-car garage and pool at 427 South K Street. So this is a project that you guys heard in 2022 and approved. At that time, the applicant did not request the ad valorem tax exemption, and they have proceeded with their project, but they have not completed it or gotten a certificate of occupancy from the building department. So they'd like to request that, since the board at the time heard the request and approved it, conditional with the Secretary of the Interior standards, which is required for a tax exemption, that the board consider them for a tax exemption for that project.
And it has been built but not CO'd?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
If it had been CO'd, we wouldn't be asking you that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it took them 3 years or 2 years to build it.
3 years.
Wow.
And it was a whole new board.
It is a whole new building. That is something
Board in that era.
that you can request a tax exemption for, but yes, usually it's best to request it at the same time as the drawings.
That's a fine looking property.
So this is the front house. This was the garage that was on site and was demolished and then replaced with, here are the plans that you were provided. And here is the almost finalized construction and new pool for an update for you. If for some reason you find that that doesn't, meet what you approved, I think that would be something that to take under consideration.
Well,
But it
Ed,
does.
you pass the gavel to him and you could testify on this project.
Ed, that would be awesome.
Okay.
I'm passing the gavel.
Yeah. And let you, because none of us was here, so you bring us up to speed and we'll go from there.
No, and back in no, he was just saying, can I talk freely about this one and make a motion?
Yes.
And if my memory serves me right, don't hold me to it, but if my memory serves me right, we put them through a little bit of a ride. I don't know if you remember who the Hrpb was back at that time. We weren't that easy on these people, so I honestly recommend giving them the tax
Okay,
credit.
fine.
Maybe not. I mean, I should have been,
So let me get into that.
There you go.
So, just as a brief overview, the tax exemption is something that property owners of contributing properties can request from the board as part of a approved restoration, renovation, or rehabilitation of a historic property. It would apply to 100% of the increased improvement value brought forward by that alteration to the property. So in this case, adding a new structure in the back, which substantially increases the improvement value, and it carries for a period of 10 years. So, usually when you're approving a COA, you obviously, as we've discussed, have to find that it meets the design guidelines and the Secretary of the Interior standards for construction. So in the past, when you approved that, and it sounds like there was a fair amount of discussion on the board, those that can remember, did make sure that this project did meet those standards at the time. So if you all can find, based on these three criteria, which is that it is a contributing property, this is a contributing property, it's circled there on the map, that the proposed improvements are consistent with the Secretary of the Interior standards for rehabilitation. I'd specifically point to standards 9 and 10, which deal with new alterations and new construction being both differentiated, but also in keeping with the existing structure. And as designed and as discussed at the previous board meeting, it does meet this criteria, and that it's not intended to be used for nonprofit or governmental purposes, which this is a single-family residence. This is an accessory use to a single-family residence, so this is not applicable. So we're recommending that the board does approve this request for an exemption. After this is technically the pre-construction portion of the application. The applicant will need to come back and maybe give you a little bit more of an overview, or just show you the pictures again of the improvements that they've made, so that you can then find that they match the originally approved plans. So it is a little bit of a weird situation where
Yes.
it's a little backwards, but you are currently finding that the plans that were presented to you and have now been constructed do meet the criteria for a tax exemption, so that they can then finish out that portion. So here are the motions. There are no conditions because this isn't something that would require conditions.
A lot of times people do forget,
yeah, that they could do this.
or they don't understand.
Yeah.
And then their friend told them, then they call them up and go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Yeah. So I recommend it. And
Do you suggest that when they come?
Usually we try to, yeah. If it's something that will substantially increase their improvement value like this, I think it's a great, one of the only incentives we can offer to people in historic districts besides the waivers and the, flood exemptions. But this is the actual money side of things that we can offer. So, if someone came in with this, yes, I think we would certainly ask them to, hey, why don't you apply at the same time? Yeah.
And is there a reason why we wouldn't have them come in and present what you just said, to present, what they've done in terms of, And then we would grant them the ad valorem tax exemption. It does feel like we're doing kind of bass backwards there.
Yeah, so in a sense you are. Usually, that is something that you don't have a substantially built without CO building. You're looking at hypothetical plans when you're approving this portion of the exemption. So in a traditional form of this application, yeah, they would be coming back with those plans, and they still will have to. They're still going to have to do a pre-construction or a post-construction application and take this to city commission, because city commission is the ultimate deciding body on whether or not they get the exemption, because it's a monetary and affects the city's tax base. So you make a recommendation, the city commission ultimately follows through on the post-construction portion of the application. Right now, you're essentially finding, can they move forward and then submit the post-construction portion of the application?
We good?
Do we know why it's taken 3 years?
I think they had some construction delays. I haven't been given much detail beyond that. I don't know if that's something. Yeah. But they have, moved through the permitting process. It's not something where their permits have expired or anything like that, or their, development order. It's just things are a little slow. I think it's been hard to order materials the last couple years. I can't speculate, but it wouldn't be the first time.
Ed won't shut me down, so. No, that Ed who has a gavel.
I'm making
Want
a
the gavel?
motion.
Want the gavel back?
Ready. I want to make the motion.
Oh, you
Oh,
can
you
make
can make the motion.
I haven't made a
All right.
motion in years.
Okay, go ahead.
I move to approve HRPB project number 25-127-00001 for a certificate of appropriate for ad valorem pre-construction tax exemption associated with the construction of a previously approved new plus 942 square foot 2-story 2-car garage and pool at 425-427 South K Street, based upon the competent substantial evidence in the staff report and pursuant to the City of Lake Worth Beach land development regulation and historic preservation requirements.
Well done.
Do I have? Oh,
Oh, no. I'll second.
okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Well done.
They all are.
Thank you, Ann.
Hey, Andy.
Hello. All right. So we've got a little bit of a different one here. So this is a city-initiated request for text amendments to our comprehensive plan, specifically to our future land use table, table 1, incorporating the neighborhood commercial zoning district into the artisanal mixed use designation, and incorporating the single family residential zoning district into the medium density residential land use designation. So we're going to start with a little bit of what are we even talking about? So what we are not talking about, we are not rezoning any parcel of land. We are not changing the future land use on any parcel of land. If I had to sum it up, we are trying to reflect reality in our comp plan. So the text on the screen here is straight from our code. So it talks about the comprehensive plan and the future land use map are official statements of policy. All use or development of land undertaken pursuant to those regulations shall be consistent with the comp plan and the future land use map. All right, so it's saying our zoning and our future land use map need to match up. They always got to be in sync with each other. So we're trying to update this table because we have places in the city that these do not jive already. So we've already got some spots, and I will click through. So here is a section of the city. You can see it's around 3rd Avenue South to 5th Avenue South, J to, I believe, M, where we have right now single family residential zoning district, medium density residential future land use. But our table 1 in our comp plan does not have that combo. So we're trying to put that in there and reflect that reality. We've got areas on the south side of the city near in the Osborne community, near the Osborne Community Center there, that have in that pink NC zoning, and that light gray is AI future land use. There's also a nonprofit in this area that will be coming to the Planning and Zoning Board, not to you all actually, since it's outside of a historic district, but Arms of Hope is located in this area, and they have a variety of challenges because their current zoning is not compatible with a nonprofit use. It's supposed to be residential uses in their zoning district. So the city has been working with a consultant and doing surveys of the neighborhood, asking people about rezoning bits of land around there to better reflect and accommodate that important nonprofit use that is important to the community. So they're looking to rezone that based on community feedback to NC as well. But again, we have that future land use and zoning conflict. So we want to get that resolved so that we can move forward and get that nonprofit into a conforming status and into a zoning district where they can also expand their operations if they, want to. So that's kind of our background there. So in terms of staff recommendations, we find that this is supported by and consistent with our comp plan and strategic plan, and we've got the data and analysis in your staff report. So we are, to no one's surprise, probably recommending that you all recommend approval to the City Commission of this change.
Are there any drawbacks to this?
I guess in my mind, no. It makes everything a lot clearer. It gets people out of a weird conundrum of having a mismatched future land use and zoning district. So I guess to my analysis, no.
Can you put that back on the board? The scale, it's a Wingfield, I think Wingfield.
Oh, sorry. Here you go. Yeah, Wingfield's on the left-hand side of each image.
Yeah. And that's gonna be commercial now? The blue purple.
The purple bit is already neighborhood commercial. So the left-hand side image is the zoning map. The right-hand side image is the future land use map. So it's not that it's going from the left to the right, it's that those are both the existing maps. Correct. The colors won't change, but the purple will be part of the gray in the table, if that makes sense.
Make a motion? I move to recommend to the City Commission to adopt the proposed LDR text amendments included in ordinance 2025.
Motion, second, please.
I'm sorry, is it 15 or 17? This one is 15. 2025, but the other one has to be free.
What she said, 25, 15.
Okay, that's what I said. I think it's 17.
No, she said 15. Didn't?
No, but I'll say, why am I, oh,
Just say 15.
15. I see it, 15.
Give me a second. I'll second. We got a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're good. All unanimous.
All right. So now we do have 2025-17, and this one is so simple we don't even have a presentation on it. This is basically amending and reordering and clarifying the penalties for tree abuse and removal without permit. This is not changing the processes, the fees, when it's tree abuse, when it's not tree abuse. None of that's changing. We've just gotten feedback from customers and commissioners that the section as it's currently written is kind of unclear, a bit hard to follow. Some of the language is confusing. So we're just trying to make everything clearer.
That you don't have. It's in there.
It's the text in the ordinance in your packet. I can also pull it up if you want to see it on here. All right. Let me share for our friends on YouTube. All right. So this is how paragraph P will read now. So obviously right now we have it with the strike throughs. When it's in Muni code, it won't have the strike throughs and underlines and stuff, but any person who violates this section shall pay to the city the penalty calculated pursuant to the section. The table doesn't change. And then, yeah, if you cut a tree down without a permit, or if you hat rack your tree.
What are examples?
Wait.
Yeah, so we're not changing. No one's paying more because of this change. No one's paying less because of this change. It's really just to try to clarify it, make it clearer for everyone.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, that's.
Did you want to say something?
Yes. Yes. I'm not objecting to cutting the tree down. But I'm objecting to, if the tree is historical, yes. If I choose to cut my palm tree down, or a tree that I planted, and I want to put something else there, that's my prerogative. You can't punish people who that want to change their landscape. It's a minute thing. I mean, I understand the city trying to raise money, but that's not the way to go about it. Punishing people of moving a tree.
The tree, any funds go to a tree canopy restoration fund. It's not going into like our general fund or something. So it is certainly not a moneymaker for the city. And we have processes in our code where we ask people to apply for a tree removal permit so we can assess the tree, assess what a proper replacement amount would be. You know, if you're replacing a really big tree, do we need to replace this with a few trees? You know,
Well, then, you know, there was something that came up that you guys never heard of it. Yeah, never heard of it. Green space mitigation, that which covers any tree that owner want move. They can mitigate that tree someplace. Pay the city a fine, a fee for extra green space that's in our city, parks, medians, whatever. That's the way to go about it. But trying to punish people of cutting down a tree to replace a tree, that's not the right way to go about it. So I think that's something we need to revisit and have a workshop on and give it more thought, because it's just not proper.
And I think it also pertains to new construction, putting of the lots, you know, how many trees have to be.
Well, see, but that, once again, that's.
And all they're doing is clarifying it. They're just taking out.
and I can say,
That's
you know,
what he's saying.
discussions of, you know, considering how we can amend the landscape code, like we definitely are having those discussions, and that's something that's, I would say, you know, on the docket down the line. But we were given a request to imminently clarify this language. So we're trying to, you know, do that first, and then, you know, bigger discussions are going to take longer.
Why don't you have the bigger discussion, then come back to us? Why don't you have the bigger discussion and come back to us?
Well, we were asked to move this forward. I don't know if this will clarify, but I will try. So
I've been in construction.
So
a long time.
let her talk it.
So
Come on.
this section is the penalty for, the code requires that you, if you're going to remove a tree, you have a permit. And that there are, you know, ways to trim a tree to keep it healthy and keep its shape and things like that, to keep the trees that we have in place. Nobody's saying you can't remove a tree, but if you're going to remove a tree, you have to have a permit. And if you're going to, you have options then to mitigate that tree. You can replant, you may replant with more than one tree. You may pay instead of replanting the tree. That's all an option. But if you don't get the permit and you remove the tree, or you trim the tree in an abusive way so that the tree won't live in its natural shape anymore and won't come back, it may die, may just be unhealthy, then those are the areas when this penalty would be implied.
I understand all of
Okay.
that. I mean, I get that. I mean, I understand. I get it. But the thing about it is, for new construction, you want to go that route, that should be the board. I mean, the permit department should visit that with the applicant. But for somebody that already have a yard, they already have their trees picked out. If they want to replace that tree with something else, the city shouldn't have anything to do about that.
So there,
So
you
that was exactly what they're saying. Exactly what they're
You're saying they're just clearing up what's already there.
Okay, you may or may not be aware, there's actually a tree and landscape board in the city of Lake Worth Beach that does a lot of work on trying to maintain the tree canopy of the city and trying to get people to not hat rack the trees, not destroy the trees, and worked really hard to get back the Tree City USA designation that we had lost because of a variety of reasons, which I'm not going to get into, most of which I really don't even understand myself.
Right.
However, there is a whole tree and landscape board, so they working really hard on trying to maintain the tree canopy so the people just don't like chop down their trees and then we lose our tree canopy, and then there's all kinds of implications for environmental concerns and increased heat and things of that nature. So, I don't think we're trying, the city's trying to make money, it's arbitrary. We're trying to maintain a tree canopy, and that there's methods for, you want to do something with your tree, you get a permit. It's really simple.
I understand, but there is no one. I mean, absolutely no one, but you want to protect trees like I do. But I
If
don't.
you want to cut your tree down, you should have the ability to do so.
Thank you.
All right, now we got that settled.
Well, I'd like to make a motion.
Go ahead.
Can I make a motion? All right, I move to recommend to the city commission to adopt the proposed LDR text amendments included in ordinance 2025-17.
Second.
Mhm.
Those in favor?
Aye.
No,
No. Ed said no.
not that I don't like trees.
That's because maybe-
Not that I don't.
All right, do we have any other business?
Let's see, do we have anyone left for public comment? So we don't have any planning issues. We do have I have a department report. This will be my last HRPB meeting. I have submitted my resignation to the city. I accepted a position with the State Historic Preservation Office in Iowa. So
Yeah.
Yes.
We know why you're leaving. We know why you're leaving. You're tired of me.
no, I promise it wasn't you, Ed. But so my last day with the city will be Halloween. I'll be moving up beginning of November.
Answer me this. Answer me this. Why do all the good ones leave?
We have an awesome team here. It's been really, really amazing to work with this team, to work with all of you. Honestly, I've missed living up north. Call me crazy to move back in November right before winter hits, but Des Moines.
My wife worked in the morning.
Hold
Yeah.
up there. Have fun. You're gonna be missed.
I think we missed.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
I'll miss you all.
Anything else?
Yeah, Annie, and anytime I've had a question or anything like that, you've been very, very responsive, and you're a true professional, and we're going to miss you a lot.
Thank you.
I think we are missing something. We tabled, we bypassed the minutes.
Oh, yeah, the minutes from the W Motor meeting.
That's right.
So what did you have?
Well, we're not going to approve it. I'll leave it the way it is. That's fine with me. I mean, just don't approve the minutes. Only because the lady here, my colleague over there, they had reservations about the two buildings that's going to be demoed. And the board has concerns about that.
Right.
And we told them they could bring it back to us or what they're going to do or what the CRA is going to do to it before
Right,
everything
I
got
understand
approved.
that.
Yes.
And what is the approving?
Because,
minutes
because the CRA for the CRA was supposed to find a place for those wooden structures
Right,
to go to.
but that was how long ago?
You wasn't at the meeting.
Oh, I wasn't at the.
No, you
meeting,
wasn't
so
at the
I'm
meeting. So,
Just saying.
yeah,
Okay,
so,
now my understanding when it comes to approving minutes, is it the accuracy of the minutes that are printed out from the meeting? Or is it if you disagree with something that happened at that meeting? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, she understands.
So the approval of the minutes of the meeting is that the minutes accurately reflect what happened at the meeting. Yeah.
That's what my
Yeah,
interpretation.
if
is.
there are typos or if something's misstated, that's what you would be
So-
correcting.
Right, so it's not so much what was said or somebody coming back, is the minutes as they were put down are accurate to what happened at that night.
no, what's supposed to happen, if you read the minutes, they were supposed to find a place for those wooden structures.
Right, I understand what you're saying, but what was typed and what was taped have to match. Was that so?
No. I don't
Well,
think-
I respectfully disagree because I read the entire minutes. and-
You argued the case and I say, wait, but you have something there.
Sure, and my objections were noted in the minutes.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm satisfied with the minutes as they were written as an accurate description of what happened at the meeting. Accurately reflect the content of the meeting. That's all we're voting on. We're not voting on whether or not we
It's
like
your
it.
understanding
Mhm.
here tonight
Yes, sir.
that the CRA is supposed to find a place for those buildings.
That's immaterial to the question of whether or not the minutes are accurate.
But did you read it?
Yes, sir. I read everything.
Yeah. So what was recorded was typed, is what she's saying. That no matter what happened at the meeting or what was supposed to happen or who said what to what, as long as that recording matching what was printed.
Whatever is follow up or not follow up, whatever it is immaterial to the question is, were the meeting minutes accurate? Were there any discrepancies between what was presented as what happened at the meeting? And there were no discrepancies. Everything was, in my opinion, accurately stated. So I would vote to approve the minutes.
Get a motion.
Make a motion to do it.
That-
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of the W Moda meeting that occurred on, I want to say July 16th, but I think I'm just,
Was I at that meeting yesterday?
no, you weren't at that meeting.
The meeting.
You were away.
Wait.
Waiting for the month of August.
Oh, you were away.
Yeah. I was.
Oh, you were here. Oh, yeah, because there was a discussion about how much time we should give people.
Oh,
It was July 16th. All right, well, my brain isn't that bad after all.
Motion, do I have a second?
I second the motion.
A motion is second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so we're good.
we're good.
Anything else from anyone, please?